You don't love me.
Hey guys, my name is Dee. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be describing and showing how I create my own stream alerts using AfterEffects, Photoshop, and Streamlabs. So before I go into the step-by-step, I'm going to just kind of with broad strokes try and paint the process that I go through. So first I come up with the idea, like what I want the final design to look like with all the text animated. Then I go ahead, make the animation, export it as a GIF, upload it to Streamlabs. Then in OBS, I insert that widget URL as a browser source. Then using the StreamLabels desktop app, I test it, and add CSS to achieve that first design idea. So the reason that I stress this idea first is because this process is it's very linear, and so if you get too far down the line and you want to change, where you want the animated text to be, you'll get really frustrated. And for me specifically, I wanted something that complemented my overlay design, and I will link to a video so you can download my overlay if you want to be twins with me. But I switch my overlay sometimes, so I wanted something that worked in a number of different situations. So once you have committed to something, you can go ahead and animate it. I'm not going to explain exactly how I animated this, but just know that it's 10 seconds long, and everything today is going to be 30 FPS. So there's going to be 30 frames in every single second. So we're going to go ahead and export all 300 of those frames from AfterEffects, and you do that by selecting PNG sequence. Make sure RGB plus alpha, or you'll have to re-render it. And you will notice that the very first and last image are going to be just full blank PNGs. And there's also a number of blank pixels around the entire animation, and that was just something that I found made it look smoother. So now we're going to hop over into Photoshop and create an image sequence of all of those PNGs. So make sure again that it's 30 FPS, and it should all just look like that in one timeline. So then you can Shift Option Command S to save for web. This is when you're gonna make your GIF. So I dig a 32 dithered. Just really make sure that transparency is selected, and note your width is 800 pixels. Just make sure nothing weird happened, and then save it responsibly because it's time to upload it. So I'm assuming that you've probably been to this website before, Streamlabs, if you're trying to customize your own alerts. These are going to be just the settings that worked for me in this situation. So as for my layout, I use this middle one, just the simple block alone. And the animations I chose were fade in and slide out down. And I came to these conclusions just by trial and error, honestly. So go ahead and you change your media, insert your specific animation GIF, and then I'm gonna go back and say, so my alert duration is only 8 seconds, but I actually have a 2-second delay on that, so that comes out to the 10 seconds. And in my experience, it just looked smoother. So go ahead, copy your widget URL, because we're going to go ahead and paste it into OBS. We're going to insert it as a browser source. So add a new browser source. Once you do it once, it will be there, so you don't really want to do this once. This is where you're gonna paste your secret code, your widget URL, Again, make sure that's the same width, and your frame rate is 30. So it's gonna go ahead and just toss it up there in the top left, and you're going to have to test it using the StreamLabels desktop app. So I don't know of a faster way to do this. I just go in here and, repeat the alert and then manually resize it. I have to do this like almost every single time I stream. I lock it, but it just strays. So I don't know, I'm doing something wrong, but this is the best way I've found to get it perfectly placed. And so it's just another thing that you have to put on your list, I guess, before you stream. So anyway, once you are happy with that, go definitely lock it. But at this point, StreamLabels doesn't know where to put the actual alert text. So you have to go down into Enable Custom HTML or CSS. And I'll copy and paste this in the description. But essentially, you have almost like full control over this text. And once you do it once, good news is you just copy it and paste it into, all the donation, cheering, rating, hosting, etc. So again, bringing it back home, you really want to be sure about that first design, because you could get pretty frustrated. So I hope you enjoyed that, and thanks for watching. I'll put a description if you want to download these actual alerts. Thank you.